what's up? What's up? Carolina King 6 in the building.
Bill Davis here. Tapping back in. Brothers tap in. Been a long minute. And
Oh yeah.
shit, 6 came across a little thing online with this incident with Camron and Adrien. I don't really know who Adrien Broner is, so shit, let's go ahead and tell him a little
Man,
bit.
me and Phil, we gonna touch the topic. I brought it to Phil's attention. Adrien Broner, you know, he was on Camron, I guess a podcast or something. I can't remember the exact name of it. This is what it is or something was the name of it. And Adrien Broner, you know, great champion. You know, took a few losses here. Um, you know, past, near future. And you know, they just falling a little down on hard time, hard luck because, you know, his circumstances with substances or whatever, you know, mental health, substance, whatever. So Cameron invited him on the show. You know, I watched a little bit of it. But what caught my attention with it was, you know, Adrien, I guess he was hollering at, you know, the chick stat. And Cameron warned him a few times. You know, Adrien Broner, he coherent, you know, I guess on alcohol or whatnot. But, you know, Cameron asked him to stop. He kept going, he kept going, he kept going. Um, Cameron asked him to leave the show. But this is what caught my attention about it. Adrien Broner never got disrespectful with Cameron. You know, he apologized, even though, you know, he out his mind. And we all have been here. I've been here. I ain't gonna say we all, because some people may never been there. But I've been there where I've been feeling good and I've maybe been a little too much, you know what I'm saying, in my lifetime. But I didn't like how Cameron said on camera, you fucking junkie, etc. You know, I felt like Adrien Broner never came to him like that. And I felt like he shouldn't have did that to Broner. I mean, Broner was disrespectful. He told, you know, he said, hey, you know, the girl boyfriend is in here. But I still felt like, you know, he went over the top just to down a man. And, you know, I wanted me and Phil to touch on it, you know, see what his opinion is on it. And, you know, I'm going to give my opinion on it, which I gave some to Snum. But, I mean, what you think about that, Phil, man? You know, I don't know if you actually watched the video, the whole video, but what you think about, you know, him just going back on camera and, you know, downing the man. The man never cursed him or anything. He just kept going on and on with a beautiful woman. And, I mean, he left the show, I mean, you know, without any problems, you know, when Cameron wanted him to leave. So what you think about society these days to where, you know, somebody downing you like that, you know, downing you in front, he got the reach. So, you know, why he using his reach for that purpose, man? What you think about that? Because I really felt like he ain't had to do it like that. But I'm gonna let you give your opinion, then I'll tap back in with it.
Shit, let's I kind of briefly watched the clip you sent, but let's go back and watch that again because I want to make sure that I'm responding in accordance to what's actually on that clip.
Okay.
Let me pull this up here. Then I gotta go to the video and replay it. Hold on. Make sure we got audio.
You know, I don't think I sent you the video when he called him, you know, effing junkie. I don't think I sent you that video.
Oh.
I sent you the video when you can watch that briefly to where, you know, Adrien been, you know, keep harassing the chick, you know, after Cameron asked him to stop a few times. But in another video, maybe you can pull it up right quick, he called him a fucking junkie and he knew it was gonna reach. And I feel like, you know, he ain't had to use his platform for that. You could have called him that when he was there. You know what I'm saying? Why you wait till he leave, then you call him that, and you know the man already down, you understand, on hard times, you know?
Yeah.
So
looks so good in person.
Thank you.
For
I
real.
appreciate that.
Hey, what you waste that? I love you. I swear to God. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. My bad.
Arabia, is that a real background?
Hey, Stat, could you stop? Yes. Can you stop? Excuse me. Arabia.
Nah, yo, bro. Yo, bro. Sujisha, we got
Oh,
boyfriend here, yo.
Oh, shit.
I told you that.
My bad.
Nah, like, it's all, like... Okay, guess we can move on to football, then.
Stat. Oh, my God.
Just Stat, let's do the football. I guess that answered the question about Floyd. When I see you taking off some time...
I'm mesmerized by Stat.
This nigga here, bro.
I did not know you looked that good in person.
My bad, bro.
All right, hey, we gonna have to actually go.
Oh.
I'm gonna pay you for your time.
Okay, yeah, that part right there. I mean, just seeing what Camron told him, he had already asked him to chill on that because that lady Stat. I'm just realizing because I remember he was saying something about Stat. I'm realizing Stat is the female he was talking to. Yeah. And
But
Camron,
on another clip that's surfacing, you know, the net, he called him a effing junkie. You know, he wasn't in the room there. He done left. And I felt like he went over the top with that, you know. I felt like he had to do him like that.
after the fact, after he left out. Yeah.
Huh?
You said after he left.
Yeah, after he left, it was a clip circulating, you know, where he called him a effing junkie and it reached, you know, because he got the reach. So I wanted to get your take on it to see what you think about, you know, that in society. I mean, you know, I know that's something that ain't gonna never stop, but what's your thought, man, on, you know, a brother of the same color, you know, downer, you know, a lot of that circulates on the net, you know. I don't never really call a person out unless they make me call them out. But that ain't something I would do in general, you know. Like just say effing junkie. I just want to get your take on it, man. You know, just get your opinion on what you think about that in today's society when people get reach and they use it to down a man, you know, in front of millions, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of rough. I don't know how big Camron's platform is, but I mean, don't seem like he would need to reach like that. I mean, hitting dirty like that just for the views. I don't think it's cool unless it was something personal. You know, he probably took it on a personal level after he left and kind of had to say that to make himself look a certain way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can't see why he would why he want to hit that low just for the numbers.
Yeah, you know,
go ahead. Go ahead. No, I was about to say, but yeah, I don't think that wasn't too cool right there.
Well, you know, I don't think it was neither. I mean, yeah, I felt like Broner could have stopped, but you know, if you impaired, you probably won't stop. But I ain't felt like Broner. He was disrespectful by, you know, keep harassing the chick, but he had a low tone manner. It wasn't no high aggressive pitch. You understand? And I felt like, you know, when Camron got him out the building, that should have been it. If he was to call him a effing junkie, I ain't felt like he should have thrown it to the net. So I just feel like people use the publicity now to down another man, and that ain't what society about. You know, bad enough, I feel like you talk about a man behind his back, ain't no good man because you wasting time gossiping when you can be wasting time building an empire. You know, and I just think, you know, I think it was uncalled for. I mean, everybody entitled to their own freedom of speech. But, you know, when the time comes and I got reach to millions of people like that, I won't use it like that. I don't, you know, I try not to unless somebody threw the shots at me, you know, publicly. And maybe I'll throw it back, maybe I won't. I maybe won't even entertain it, you know, because that's why they got boxing rings at any age, you know. You ain't got to be a professional to do that. So, you know, I just think, go ahead.
I wouldn't go out like that either.
Yeah.
But I mean, just from the jump, I mean that when he was in there like carrying on and just kept going on about that girl, that would have irritated me too. Because I I mean, we trying to have a podcast and he damn clowning like that, even though he was intoxicated. I mean, he should know how to hold his alcohol and keep his composure. That would have annoyed the hell out of me though. I probably would have did the same. I ain't know, probably wouldn't. I wouldn't say I probably would. I would do the same thing. He wouldn't stop. I'd be like, man, we gotta.
You would call him an effing junkie.
No, I wouldn't do that. Afterwards, I'm saying I would just stop him. I'd be like, this ain't gonna work, man.
Yeah. Now I know you would do that. I know you would do that because I know you. You know you ain't gonna go for it too long, and I understood that part. I just ain't understood him doing that. So anybody seen this, man, you know you do have the right to your own freedom of speech, but I ain't think, you know, I don't think that ain't good, you know. That ain't good, man. You know, I've come up at a young age and, you know, I've been in the street and I never ridiculed people that I saw did things that I wouldn't do or by the grace of God that I hadn't done ever in life, man. I never ridiculed them. I never looked at them any different. And if I did look at them any different and had a problem with it, I said it to them in their face. I ain't felt like, you know, I'm gonna go in the streets and broadcast it. I said it to them. And, you know, I left it right there, you know. So come on, Camron, you can do better than that, man. You can do better than that, I feel, man.
Yeah, that was a cheap shot.